Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the Kuat NV 2.0 on our 2020 Chevy Colorado. Now this is going to be a nice stylish way of getting our bikes on the trail with us. As you can see, pretty much top of the line model, as my opinions are. Very sleek design, and it's going to be very nice and durable, and it's been tested by a lot of people, so we know it's going to hold up quite well for us. Taking a look, as you can see, it is going to be a platform style rack with a tire hold element. So if you are looking for a way of getting your carbon frames on the rail with you, this is going to be a great option. As you can see, we are going to get no contact on our frame, so we won't be hurting those frames. However, we also are going to be able to get those e-bikes up on here as well. With a 60-pound capacity rating per bike stand, as you can see, we are going to get some of those big, heavy bikes up on the trail with us today. So it's not just limited to our carbon frame, even though we are getting that versatility. And that is something I really like about this, is how versatile it is. If we take a look at the platform rack itself, you can see we are getting a multitude of ways of getting our bikes there. Take a look at this cradle itself. You can see we just have a simple plastic strip ratcheting system here to actually hold in our tires on this side. What's great about this though, as you can see, this does slide on this track very well. So if we had a way short bike, we can get up on here as well, and we can get some of those monster bikes up on here too. Now taking a look at the cradle itself, you can see it's pretty nice and flat here. Got a slight little bevel to the end, which is kind of nice of actually making sure everything's getting towards the middle here. Gonna fit obviously those standard and those mountain, and even some of those fat tire bikes up on here as well. The only issue I might see us running into, this strap not being crazy long for those fat tires. However, I'm sure we can pick up a fat tire adjustment strap as well to make those work if that's what we're looking for. And at the very end here too, we do have an integrated cable lock. So that's going to be awesome of actually securing our bikes to our rack. And what's great about it as well too, is that it's just right there for us. I like how I'm not trying to get it through the middle mass, put it through the other side. I love how that's actually integrated into the platform itself, and that's also all going to be keyed alike. And we'll get to that later on that hitch as well. However, going to be the same key for both sides. That means we don't have to worry about which key is it. I just have to have one all times, and we'll have a few spares if you're like me and end up losing it. Taking a look at the arm itself too, going to be a really nice system to actually work. Very stylish and very ease of use. That lever system, making it very easy to open this up, and then we just simply ratchet down on our wheel, securing our wheel to our cradle. As you can see, going to be doing a very good job of not actually opening up unless we push that lever. A lot of times these levers too, on some of the other models, they can end up sticking. I've never really had too much of an issue with the Kuat. As you can see, doing a very good job of being easy to use, getting that arm out of the way, very easy too for dismount and mounting. So we love that versatility. Taking a look at this cradle as well, you can see very stylish, obviously. However, also have that inner standard back groove, that mountain bike groove, and that fatter tire groove. So doing a very good job of making this a very versatile rack for what it is, and it's always a nice feature you love to see. So I really like that tire hold. Going to be doing a good job of making sure our bike is nice and secure, not going to be wobbling as we go down the road. So a couple things with this guy too. It does have a nice tilt away feature. What can be great about that? We just have to pull this lever right here, simply walking that mass down. Now the only thing to be careful about is when you start getting, those 60-pound bikes on each side, that is going to add a little bit of weight. So just watch yourself as you're dropping that down, making sure we're supporting that mass so we're not crushing it as we go. Now in the Colorado today, unfortunately, with our tailgate, not going to be able to go all the way down. As you can see, going to be making contact with that pedal. We can actually get that pedal out of the way a little bit more. However, for today, as you can see, not going to be able to really fully access this hatch, unfortunately. However, that tilt away feature still going to be nice. If I need to get in the back here, I can grab something. Unfortunately, still going to have this wall to work with, but I can still get around here. So that versatility of getting it moved, it's actually going to be pretty nice for us to get to the back of our bed. And to walk it up, all we want to do, simply support our mast and walk it back into place. Like so. I really like that lever system. There's no pins to have to replace. I'm not trying to find the hole all the time. It's very hands-on, very ease of use, which is always a nice feature. Let's go ahead and take the bike off and see how hard it is to do. As we mentioned before, we just have a simple ratchet system. We're just simply want to push this lever in right here to release it, pulling up that strap. And as you can see on the inside of these straps too, they do have that rubber on the inside. Nothing crazy, but just enough to make sure we're not doing any damage to our wheels, especially as it's sitting there and we get those nice and tight. Taking a look at the arm, as you can see, as we mentioned, we have that simple lever. I always make sure we have another hand on our bike. We don't want that tilting into our vehicle or ourselves, especially as we get heavier and heavier. Pushing that lever, taking it straight up and off to the side. It's going to make this dismount extremely easy. As you can see, we're just going to pull it up, making for that first one even easier to get off. So definitely nice that I can just pull that, get ready, and now we're ready to ride with no hassle at all. And the condensation of this is very easy as well. We just want to pull those arms in, make sure they're nice and secure. They're actually pretty heavy. They got a pretty good resistance, so as we're going down the road, I don't see these popping off on their own. Very easy to move by your hand, however, pretty good resistance so that it's just not popping as we go down the road. As you can see now, hopefully we can get in the back of our hatch. Now unfortunately, we are going to be making just a little bit of contact here when we get this set, so I wouldn't be putting any kind of weight on this guy. As you can see now, I can actually slide that cooler up to here. We could even tilt this down just a little bit to hopefully get us a little bit more room. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. And I think we're still going to have about the same issue of just a little bit of contact right here on this right there. As you can see, actually doing a pretty good job. Not going to have any contact on that middle post. However, getting a little bit on our cradles here and that very end spot. So again, I wouldn't put anything heavy up here. It's a little unfortunate that tilt-away doesn't work fully. However, as you can see, we can slide those heavy things. I can get them up here. That way I'm not fighting with this giant wall. So nice that we can still get just a little bit of room with that tilt-away feature. Now with any hitch-mounted accessory, we are going to add some length to our vehicle, so it's important to keep in mind, especially when we are on this long bed with the Colorado. So taking a look from the rear of the bumper to the very end here at 33 inches, we'll say 33.5 inches to the very post of that. Adding just a little bit of length to our vehicle. However, we are getting a nice stable platform for ourselves, so definitely going to be worth that extra length. And we have a few ways to actually condense that down. So maybe we want to pull this in the garage, or we got some parking places we need to get into. All we have to do is press this lever once more. It's going to want to tilt down, but all we have to do is walk that mast up. Going to click into place again, no pins necessary. Again, going to be holding itself quite nicely. You see just a little bit of play in there, but again, nothing too crazy. Definitely don't we're going to have any issues as we go down the road, and that's really shortened us down. Going to have no issue with contact on the inside here at 4.5 inches. Plenty of space between us and the vehicle, so that won't be a worry. And taking a look at the very end here to our anti-rattle device at 16 inches exactly. We're already shaving down more than half of our length. So it's great that we can actually shave that down. As you can see, going to be very condensed as well. Not going to be too jarrish and sticking off. Don't think we're going to have any issues now pulling in the garage, and also getting a lot more maneuverability to get this parked. Now, important to mention to keep in mind too here is our anti-rattle device is to our clearance of it. So as you can see here, as those front wheels go up, the back will go down, and at 17 inches to the bottom here, we're going to have just a little bit of clearance. I definitely don't think we're going to have any issues. However, if you have a very steep driveway or you're doing any kind of off-roading, definitely keep it in the back of mind that you have that clearance factor in the back. And that does bring us to our anti-rattle device on the end here. See, it's just a simple little torque knob, but it's awesome. That inner cam on that receiver doing a good job of binding to our hitch. So as you can see, as I get that more and more tightened, it's going to be doing a good job of making it in line. And the inner Allen wrench right here makes it very easy to even make sure that's even tighter. That's going to be great for those long road trips that we're going to be taking. That way we're not having to check it every 5 minutes at the gas station. We know it's going to be nice and secure. As you can see, I'm going to go ahead and give her a really good shake. It's going to be doing a good job of actually getting this line with our vehicle. That's going to make it in one system, making for a nice smooth ride for us, our bike rack, and our bikes, which is going to make it for a more enjoyable ride overall. Now moving our way down the hitch too, we'll go ahead and tilt this just to get us a little bit more room back here. And we go ahead and tilt that all the way around. And take a look at the hitch itself. You can see we do have a 2-inch receiver here. And we actually have gone ahead and thrown on our eTrailer hitch pin alignment collar. Now this is sold separately, and you can pick it up at etrailer.com if you want. It's just something I like to show off because, these guys start getting a little bit weighty, and the only issue I have with them is when I take them on and off, I always have to fight where that hitch pin alignment is. When we're going in here and we're trying to find that hole, it can be a real pain, especially if it's heavy, we're backing it off too much. It's a real hassle to fight with on an early Saturday. So we've gone ahead and thrown this on here. Now when I pull this off, I'll put it right up, and that hitch pin is going to align itself perfectly over and over again. And at the end here, we do just have a simple pin. This is just kind of our last resort safety device, and also to make sure we're lined up. And at the very other side here, we do have an included locking core, as we mentioned, and these keys will be key-alike to those integrated cable locks. So doing a good job of keeping our rack not only secured to with our bikes, but also to our frame. Another awesome feature about this guy too is when we are on the trail, you know, maybe we've done a little bit of off-roading, maybe our bikes are dirty, maybe we hit something too hard, we have an awesome little bike repair stand here. So all we have to do is loosen this up. You see this little latch on the inside here. That's going to open up this inner assembly. You can allow that to turn. You can raise this up all the way. And as you can see, going to be opening this up as well. Doing a great job. Now we can go ahead, throw our bikes up on here, get it clamped down, and do any kind of repair we need. This is also going to allow us to extend it out just a little bit so that we're not actually having any issues. So doing a great job of actually getting some on-the-site repairs is awesome. It's actually one of the only ones I've seen out there with this kind of feature. So, you know, if you're doing a lot of off-roading and you still want a little bit of ease of mind, this is going to be a great thing just to have to make sure our bikes come home with us all safe and sound. So I really like that feature with it. I think the Kuat pretty much speaks for itself. It's pretty much top of the line. Again, the lever system making it so easy to move. It's got a lot of maneuverability and it's very versatile. We're going to get most of our bikes up on here. Yes, those heavy frames. Yes, those e-bikes. Also those carbon frames as well because of the tire hold. It pretty much has it all. Well, I think that about does it for our look at the Kuat NV 2.0 on our 2020 Chevy Colorado. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.
First, we'll take it onto our slalom course. This will show you the side-to-side action, such as making turns or evasive maneuvers. Now we're at the alternating speed bumps. This will show you how it looks driving on uneven pavement or potholes. Finally, we're at the solid speed bumps, which simulates going into your driveway or parking lots.